It's now several months since I haven't stepped foot in the academy, working from within my room, day in, day out. It felt as a challenge that will help us, design students, prepare for a fast developing art world. It shows that we can put up work more independently and that in the future we will be able to put up work in unknown and unforeseen situations. Also, it helps us prepare for working alone, within a team or in a design studio, working at a distance or designing at a distance. My zine 47.3814.835.8.572272 is about the multi-million-dollar industry of football worldwide. Although I do love the sport itself, I've played it for years, I find it odd that footballers who do nothing more than run behind a ball earn 1,000 times as much as doctors in hospitals who are saving people's lives. In essence, it's a game. A game is structured from play, usually for entertainment and fun. Games are distinct from work, which is carried out for remuneration. The football world is dominated by sponsored and oil sheiks, making players millions of dollars. In my zine, I abstracted the game of football by representing the goals in football with abstract and geometrical shapes, so it becomes minimalistic, to show the sport in the form which I enjoy the most: the tactics, the plays, and the skills. For the week of escapism, I created a poster series. Escapism translates to habitual diversion of the mind to purely imaginative activity or entertainment as an escape from reality or routine. For this project, I created a poster series without any thought, just to keep myself busy with trying to achieve as many satisfying results as possible. It's very much related to an escapist design methodology, one I quite enjoy as an artist. It helps you to keep yourself sane in times where you spend most of your time behind your computer. It's the phase where you can experiment and just make things you find interesting, doing stuff that doesn't need a super well thought out concept. There are two sides to designing, in my opinion. On the one hand, you have like the conceptual phase, where you have to use your brain at all times, and on the other hand, the production phase, where you can keep your mind at rest and just make stuff. Normally, you would easily have access to workspaces where you can find a good balance between the concept and the work. Now, in times of Corona, it is hard to find this balance due to being limited to work from your computer. Being able to work with no thoughts and just producing is needed to keep this balance. Inspired by the work of Rosa Menkman and my personal fascination with glitch art, I explored the phenomenon of a glitch. A glitch can be seen as an error. As you can see on my desktop, I have this image, which if I open it, it results into a corrupted file. This is the exact same image on a Windows computer. This at full screen. And this is the one when opening it on a Mac. You would expect a machine to be able to execute any command flawlessly, but machines are far from perfect. I, for example, used in JPEG, modified the hex code, and this results in a glitch. Starting this project, I mainly explored this technique, although I question if it's really considered a glitch. It's more of displaying and encoding of a JPEG. It's something that can reoccur every time you open the file. But the way I think of a glitch is that it's something that's only visible for a moment of time and then will disappear forever. A dynamic representation is far more logical for presenting a glitch, like data mushing, for example. The beauty of a glitch also lies in their unpredictability. It feels more like bird watching. You wait for a glitch to appear and then have to be quick to capture it, or else it will be gone forever. That's why I translated the static outputs that I had to a dynamic form. I presented an AI with the glitch and let it generate more based upon the source image. Having spent for over 6 weeks within my desktop environment and speculating about what I find so interesting about it, made me think of a quote by Charles Baudelaire about windows. What one can see in the light of day is always less interesting than what happens behind a pane of glass. That's why I was interested in visualizing a different method of displaying my desktop. The desktop holds images, text, browser tabs, and other applications contained in windows, where all these different windows meet above, below, ahead, and behind, where they make a composition as seen separately with no systematic spatial relationship between them. Instead of the common way to look at a screen, it has certain elements of cubism, suppression of depth, and overlapping layers. That's why I translated the so seemingly two-dimensional landscape to a more logical, three-dimensional space. To conclude the themes and the projects, I'm satisfied with the results. I've discovered how you can keep your head cool during times of self-isolation. I've realized how frustrating it can be working behind your desktop day in, day out. I found an interest in glitch art and developed my own thoughts on the matter. And last, I've discovered how working behind the pane of my screen has led me to turn my desktop into a three-dimensional space.